What's good, Unique Gang, man? It's your boy Unique Jew. Back with another video. Right now, we're doing UK drill lyrics that actually happen. I gotta record and do this. UK drill lyrics that actually happen. But y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. We're gonna get right into the video. Let's go.
Although fans in America often sleep on the UK, London's drill scene is just as wild as it is in places like Chicago and New York. From stabbings, to scam, to first-degree murder, anything goes in Great Britain. With the rise of drill, bragging about your crimes and dissing your ops in music is now just a part of the culture. Here's a look at some of the craziest drill lyrics that happen in real life. We left your young boy resting in pits. ACG, Young Diz and D-Sav, time will tell. Young Diz and D-Sav are two drill rappers from the Beckton neighborhood of East London. They are a part of a crew called The Six and a set called ACG, which stands for All Can Go. D-Sav and Young Diz.
See, they be having little crews and John. See, I ain't know they was, you know what I'm saying, was into it like that. You know?
Prominent rappers from The Six, and the crew was both feared and respected in Beckton. After this video was released, Diz was arrested for the kidnapping and torture of a 16-year-old op who finessed him and was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Check out our video on UK rappers and night fights for more info on this case.
He was 16.
Wow.
ACG is known to beef with a rival crew called the Seventh from the Forest Gate section of London. The group was formerly known as the E7 Crips and has been one of the most active gangs in the city since the late 90s. In this bar, D-Sav is referencing to the murder of a 7th affiliate named Corey Jr. Davis, or CJ, who was killed back in 2017. CJ was only 17 at the time, and the killing was seen as one of the most brutal moves that occurred in the ongoing war between the two rival sets. CJ was affiliated with the 7th gang, but an investigation into the murder revealed that he had been painted as a violent gang member, when in fact...
See, that's what I was saying. You be saying all and stuff like that, but they be into it. You know what I mean?
I know, but the thing is, they still young.
They gotta know what come with it when you hop in.
They don't know. Yeah, true that.
Well, some people born into it type jump, but...
Jeez.
I mean, but you get old enough to realize what's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, if you born into it, that's all you know. That's all you gonna do. But it's still sad. These young men.
But an investigation into the murder revealed that he had been painted as a violent gang member, when in fact, he was far from a hardcore killer. His murder has been covered by many British media outlets, and the investigation showed that he tried to escape the lifestyle before he was killed and didn't receive the support he needed. Before getting sucked into the gang culture, CJ was a talented dancer and a good student who received above average grades in school. But he had pretty severe ADHD and was kicked out of regular school for disruptive behavior. He was transferred to a different school for kids with behavioral problems, which was where he got introduced to the 7th gang. Gangs like the 7th and 6th are known for recruiting young kids to help them sell drugs.
Oh, so one called the 6, one called the 7.
The kids food and clothes, and then gradually forced them to commit crimes. For 2 years before he was murdered, CJ tried to escape the lifestyle that he had got caught up in. He reported the gang's intimidation tactics to social workers at his school and told police that he was scared for his life. But they all saw him as an offender, not a victim, because of his association.
See, some people I tried to get out, but they ain't seen it, you know what I'm saying?
And
on September 4th, 2017, CJ and a group of other guys were walking outside of a playground in Newham when a silver Range Rover pulled up and started letting off shots. The 17-year-old was shot in the leg, and CJ was hit in the head. He was brought to the hospital and put on life support, but later died from his injuries. Video surveillance.
Hey, y'all let me know in the comments, was that him?
That had to be him. Look at him. Oh my goodness.
The 17-year-old was shot in the leg, and CJ was hit in the head. He was brought to the hospital and put on life support, but later died from his injuries. Video surveillance footage caught the Range Rover fleeing the scene, but CJ's killers were never arrested. It wasn't clear if CJ was the intended target or the shooters just saw the group and started letting off shots. It doesn't seem like anyone would have beef with him specifically, given that he was so young and not really about that life to begin with. What's more likely is that his association made him a target and he just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. It wasn't initially clear who killed CJ, but it was eventually attributed to the turf warfare between the 6th and the 7th.
That's why he said in the beginning, he said something about that little boy.
That's it.
Not long after, Young Diz and other rappers from ACG started taking credit for the killing. Before Time Will Tell was released, Diz was featured on another track called Smoky Things, where he dissed CJ's mom, saying, "Mom kept shedding tears, tell her I don't give a that her son ain't here. Ever since her son got dropped, the whole block ain't done shit. And I was laughing after I saw a pic of the mom just buried her kid." So basically, Diz is claiming...
That
is
crazy.
So disrespectful. That is so
Them boys be
disrespectful.
going crazy.
Oh my gosh. How do you even say something like that about somebody who just got killed and talk about the mom
That means
grieving?
strong hate. I mean, he really got strong hate. That means something must have happened to them. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the crazy thing, that the affiliation, because you are affiliated with this and they are affiliated with that. They don't know the real you. They just hate you because you are a part of that. Whew, that's just...
For the hit, saying that it was just revenge after the 7th killed 2 of their members. After CJ was killed, the gang didn't do anything to retaliate, which proved that ACG is the dominant crew in the area. TJ's mother was obviously pretty angry about this song and went to the police to have it removed from YouTube. Even if CJ wasn't op, there's no need to drag a grieving mother into the beef, especially when her son was so young. However, this didn't stop the 6th from continuing to diss CJ, and Time Will Tell was released the following year. Not too long after, Diz was taken down for creating other young gang members and torturing one of the kids who refused to cooperate. The war between the 6th and the 7th gangs still rages to this day, and no one was ever arrested for CJ's murder. Hopefully, Diz's arrest gave his mother some closure, even though he may not have been the one who actually let off the shots. But if you thought that was wild, this next rapper mocked an op for not being able to sip lean after being shot in the kidney. Here's the ball.
Wow.
Phillies don't dance. TPL. You talk about Molly drinking lean, but your mate can't sip no lean. No, he can't. He got bun on his sweet 16. That, I'm beefing Mesquines. 1 kidney. The Turnpike Lane Gang, also known as Touch Paper Lane, Take People's Lives, or just TPL for short, is a drill group and gang from the Turnpike Lane area of Haringey in North London. The group is divided into 2 sets, the 8th side, which are made up of mostly Somali immigrants, and the 15th/22nd side, which are a mixture of immigrants from Albania, Turkey, and Colombia. Jojo, Omiz, and TD are 3 notable members of TPL and have been representing the gang on the drill scene for the past few years. TPL is known to beef with another gang called OFB, or the Original Farm Boys, who are based in Broadwater Farm, a public housing estate in Tottenham.
You know how we split it up? Like, we split it up, like, you know, like Chicago and West Coast. They talking about the whole UK, though.
Right, and they splitting it up.
Yeah, now they splitting up. But if we were just talking about Chicago or this, that. That's because we live, probably because we live in the USA.
In this bar, JoJo is referencing another artist named OFB Desi, who was shot in the kidney back in 2015. Desi is a rapper from the OFB camp, known for tracks like Bust It and Drip No Drown. In 2015, a TPL member who goes by the name YOLO shot Desi in the back, which resulted in him losing a kidney. At some point, OFB was making fun of TPL because they couldn't drink lean. Some of the TPL gang are from Somalia and practice Islam, which means they can't take drugs or drink alcohol. On this track, JoJo is pointing out the irony of the OFB crew dissing them for not drinking lean, when Desi can't sip lean either because of his kidney problem. The shooting also took place on Desi's 16th birthday, which is where the Sweet 16 reference comes in. Phillies Don't Dance was the first drill track that TPL dropped, and the group managed to gain a following in music just off of dissing the OFB camp. OFB is more established on a musical level, with major artists like Heady One and RV repping the crew. But they're pretty evenly matched on the street and have been at war for several years. OFB Desi made a full recovery, although he now only has 1 kidney. The shooting happened over 5 years ago. That hasn't stopped TPL from referencing the incident several times in the past year, as they've gained some traction in the music industry. Hopefully, they can turn their music into a legal career and leave the street life behind. But the constant dissing of ops like Desi in their songs may make it hard for them to survive in the industry without facing a few problems. If you thought that was wild, this next rapper talks about almost killing one of his ops and only let him get away because he tripped. He goes on to explain the entire beef between their 2 crews and even disses a fallen member who has been dead for over a decade. If I didn't trip, Marsh would have been Ghost. Box 12, play for the foes. Box 12 is a drill rapper associated with the 12.
Tripped. That's why the dude got away.
Wow.
Gang based in the Shepherd's Bush area of London. 12 Anti are a splinter gang of another group called 916, which was a large crew of rappers and gang members who lived in the W10, W11, and W12 postcode zones of London. Tensions and jealousy within the crew led 916 to eventually break apart and split into 3 different gangs. The dudes in the W12 postcode split up into the 12 World and 12 Anti gangs, and the guys from W10 and W11.
Somebody said in the comments they be wearing the mask like that because they're not stupid or whatever.
Oh,
because they're not, you know what I'm saying, they really be doing that stuff, so they gotta wear the mask.
11. Ever since then, the three groups have been in constant war with
the
one
U.S.
another.
really just
Even though they were once cool, they have now become sworn ops. They have been dissing each other in tracks since the drill movement first popped off in songs that usually reference real-life violence. In this track, Box 12 lays out several of the major attacks that have gone down over the past few years. The song is a response to the diss track Play for the Pagans by 1011 members Digga D, Savo, and Horrid One, which came out in September 2017. Box 12 starts out the verse by saying, "Play this one for the foes. I swear the man there's talking lows," meaning that his ops aren't really as hard as they claim to be. He then goes on to diss members of 1011, directly rapping, "If I didn't trip, Marsh would have been ghost." Marsh / Miss Scum is a 1011 member who got caught lacking by Box 12. According to Box 12, he almost ended Marsh's life, but tripped. It was later revealed that Marsh was wearing a vest the whole time and pretended to play dead so that his attacker would leave him alone. Even though his ops would probably use that to
So they
discredit
really
him.
be walking around with vests. Like, a lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? In the U.S., we don't walk around with vests for real. You know?
That's so crazy.
They be walking around with vests, like, under their jump, probably.
Well,
It was
they
a pretty
need
smart
to
move
in the
because
U.S.
Box 12 lets it be known on this track that if he had it his way, Marsh would be dead. Box 12 continues, rapping, "I'm on it and the pagans know. Splash TY and everyone froze." TY is another member of 1011 who Box says he splashed, which is a UK drill term for stabbing someone. He claims to this bar that he sliced up TY pretty badly and everyone just panicked instead of reacting.
Wait, do these UK people got, like, Instagram?
They probably do.
Oh, they probably do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look some of them up.
Name dropping his ops, saying, "Say So got chinged like ages ago." Sini Say So is another member of 1011. Say So has been absent from the UK drill scene for the past few years. Rumors circulated that he left the streets behind and went to college, while others say that he just got tired of where the drill scene was heading. In this bar, Box 12 is suggesting that Say So got touched by ops and left the scene alone out of fear. But he doesn't stop there. He continues to diss his rivals by saying, "BAR12 just chinging, like this one here's gotta go, like I'm really trying to turn man Vagues." Vagues was a dude from the Ladbroke Grove area where 1011 is based. He was killed a decade before the war between 1011 and 12 World, also known as 12 Anti, split by some people from Church Road, not Shepherd's Bush. However, he's one of the OGs of the Ladbroke Grove gang, which is another name for 1011, and ops like Box 12 will often disrespect Vagues, even if they weren't involved in that particular beef. He continues on in the diss saying, "And bro crashed corn at ZK, like this one's gotta get paid. And if I knew where Vagues was lying, I'll back my dick on his grave." Crashing corn is a UK drill slang term for shooting your gun. In this bar, he's saying that someone from 12 Anti shot at ZK, another member of 1011, and tried to take his life. He follows it up by dissing Vagues once again, saying that if he knew where he was buried, he'd piss on his grave. This is about as disrespectful as it gets, especially because Vagues was killed before he even had a chance to beef with the 12 Anti gang. But in the world of drill, all bets are off. The Chicago drill scene popularized the practice of telling enemies that you're
See
gonna
how you
smoke their
went,
dead.
like, Chicago? Like, we went from the UK to straight Chicago. Not even US, just Chicago.
The Chicago drill scene popularized the practice of telling enemies that you're gonna smoke their dead homies in the blunt. The UK drill scene is taking it a step further and will threaten to disrespect a dead op's grave years after they've been killed. Box 12 keeps coming with the insults, rapping, "And we West Side chingers, but in the South where AP got shaved, and don't serve Huncho's Nan rocks, cause she ain't got the right change." AP is another member of 1011 who Box 12 claims they shaved, which means he got stabbed. He then takes the disrespect to
They
a new
be
level.
stabbing and stuff over there, too. Down here, I think we got, like, a lot of guns and stuff, so people don't really... They be stabbing and junk.
And this is 1011 member Huncho's grandmother. He not only claims that she's a crackhead who does shady business, which is a pretty low blow even for the drill scene. This bar is significant because not long before this track was dropped, 5 members of 1011 were arrested, including Digga D, Savo, and Muscum, for planning to run up on 12 World for disrespecting Huncho's grandmother on social media. They were all sentenced to a year in jail and issued a criminal behavior order that prohibited them from making music referencing their ops. So it was a pretty low blow for Box 12 to diss Huncho's grandmother, knowing there isn't that much 1011 can do about it on the street or in the music, with the cops watching their every move. Check out our video on rappers arrested for making music for more info on this case. The war between 12 World and 1011 rages on to this day. The issuing of criminal behavior orders and a general crackdown on drill music in the UK has prevented certain rappers from directly dissing each other, so the musical output of the groups has slowed down, but that hasn't stopped the violence. Hopefully, both crews can focus their attention on something other than killing each other and find a way to leave the street beef behind. But with so much talent lost to this war already, it's tough to see an end in sight. If you like this video, check out some of our previous videos. From UK rappers and knife fights to UK rappers arrested for making music.
He said like knife fights. They be fighting with knives.
It's the same stories that you need to hear. Well, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and let us...
Well, y'all, that's the end of that video. What you think?
That's what we need. Whatever they have over there, where they can stop them for dissing the next.
We got so many rappers and stuff. You can't stop.
So yes, you can. But see, we have the law of freedom of speech, so you could say whatever you want to. That's the only difference we have here versus what they probably have over there.
You can say what you want.
Yeah, you can't stop anybody from saying anything. But hey, I think we can try something that will stop the violence between all these different groups and gangs and stuff. But
nah,
I'm shocked because I didn't even know it was like that over there. I thought everything was cool and dandy. Everything.
He missed it.
You know, so
he missed her. He was falling asleep like this. But yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, y'all, that's the end of this video, man. UK drill lyrics that actually happened, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. We out.